So with some intrepidation, Danny, it's always interesting when I get to interview a fellow podcast host because it always feels like you got to be right on your game, right? How do you feel about being interviewed by someone else when you're the other side of the mic?
Oh, I just, first off, thanks for having me. And to answer your question, I just am always just like in flow. I just let whatever comes out. And I'm not really attached to like how it comes out. It just feels more authentic and real that way. Don't know if that's right or wrong, but I just say, let's have some fun. Let's have a good conversation.
I like that. One thing that I thought about for you, I'm sure that you may have used it as a PR angle, but if not, but how funny would a title be about the benefits of reversing out of a car wash? So I definitely think that that's just kind of a really interesting way to be able to share your own story, but in a way that's kind of has some comedy with it. Because I always find that that's the best sort of content, isn't it, to create a real relatable connection with other people.
I think it could be. We never even tried this way, but actually this is a really good idea. I'll be discussing this on my team calls for sure.
Yeah, isn't it wild that even when we hit, like in my case, my 40s, like how some of that still can play out even now in adulthood, like our reaction to things, of how it's deep rooted. How do we then go about, Fabiola, really working on our inner child? If we're identifying triggers, we're noticing our behavior is a little erratic, we're reactive rather than proactive, how do we actually go about like working on our inner child?
I think the first step is awareness, or witnessing yourself. Why do I always react in this manner to this particular situation? It could be a different situation in different instances, but it's always the same reaction, right?
Men are microwaves and women are ovens. Have you heard this?
No, I have not, but I'm excited to hear.
Okay, so men are microwaves. We literally, we have a bit of a negative stigma here, men, because, you know, we're often told we're a 2-minute wonder, right? So the idea with a microwave is obviously it fires up really quickly, heats up, you know, and is cooked within a couple of minutes. It's ting, you know, it's there, right?
Yes.
Then a woman being an oven, right? She takes longer to warm up, right? So there's a lot more going on. There needs more time in order for her to reach the peak temperature of what a man just did in 2 minutes. But once that woman is lit and she's hot, she's hot for a lot longer than what a man is, right? So this is where I really feel like we can help people, right? So
okay.
There's nothing, I mean, it's just a part of being a man, right? We do fire up quick. We're ready to rock and roll within minutes, right? You know, a woman, she often needs time to warm up and heat up, right? And that's not her fault either. There's like no one to blame here, but I'm bringing this up because I feel like we have a chance here to maybe heal some relationships, help some relationships, you know, and actually maybe have a bit of talk around it. So with this in mind, you know, knowing that neither of us are in the wrong, we're going to have some confrontation around that, and we have to be mindful. So the woman can't scold the man if she says to him, you know, darling, you're always horny, or you always want sex. And the woman's saying, no, you know, just woo me a little bit. Like, you know, get me into a place where I'm ready. Like, let's talk about this a little bit, Danae. So maybe you respond to what I've just shared, and then we can just talk a little bit around it.
Okay, I think what you're talking about is receptive and spontaneous desire.
Speaker and an entrepreneur. Jack, how are you today?
I'm really great, thank you.
I was thinking, you know, I've got one of your books here right in front of me. It's The Success Principles, and it's a book that I thoroughly loved, and I probably read it about 7 years ago, about how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And Jack, I'm just wondering, after 200 books that you've authored, do you have anything left to say?
Yeah, I do actually. Right now we're working on 4 books. One's about choosing love over fear. Another one is stories of people who've actually read the Success Principles or taken a workshop from me and had their life radically transformed. So I'm about 89% finished with that. I'm writing a book called The Power of Wow, how to create wow experiences for your clients. And I'm doing a book called the Abundance Experience Workbook. It's all about the law of attraction and creating abundance in your life. So yeah, I've got a lot left to say.